Hey, what's up everybody? Week 3 of video updates. I don't have much actual update from the last video, but I am in an area where I have a drum set to play, which is awesome. You can see it set up the kit from the last tour. It's missing a snare drum right now because that's in my car from yesterday's rehearsal with a cover band that I'm playing in. Some other stuff I'm pretty excited about actually is some new gear. I had mentioned something on my Facebook the other day, maybe a week ago or a couple weeks ago, about some new gear. And one of the pieces of new equipment is this thing right here by Roland, which is basically a sampling pad. It's their most recent, the SPDSX. And one thing that it has that most other sampling pads don't have, for all you drum nerds out there, is it has a built-in click track with a separate output for the click, or anything else really, sub out for anything. And what that basically enables me to do is to use this as a click track either live or in the studio, versus having to have this and a separate metronome altogether, which is a whole new channel that I'd have to plug in. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm not really going to be sampling any like tracks, but I'll definitely be sampling some interesting drum sounds. Another benefit to this is that it has the ability to work in conjunction with another product that Ddrum sent me, which I'm really happy about. I've got the full set of these right here, which are the Ddrum DRT dual redundancy triggers. And basically what the difference between this one and their older versions are is that it basically has two sensors in it. And not to be used simultaneously, but to be used individually. And let's say I'm in a live setting and all of a sudden my trigger's not working. Well, it could be that the transducer went out, like maybe I hit it with a stick or something like that. So instead of having to get the sound man to mute the track, unplug the XLR, find another trigger, put the trigger back on the drum, plug in the XLR, and get the sound man to unmute the track, all I have to do is flip this switch right here, and it goes from one transducer to the other. So if one transducer goes out, I can just flip it just like that, and I'm basically ready to go. And I can actually hook this up to the SPDSX via these MIDIs right here. And what that does for me basically is, in a live setting, I could have a trigger on, say, my kick drum, and for a song where maybe the kick drum is supposed to sound distorted or different, kind of like maybe in the song So When, right before the second verse, I can turn on the trigger for that part of the song, and when I hit the kick drum, you'll get the microphone sound, but you'll also be getting a sampled sound that I would create, in my free time before the show and before a tour. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. You can see I've got the setup kind of started to go. Here's the kick drum trigger. The snare drum trigger has two sensors in it that work together so that the rim has a separate sound than the drum itself. So yeah, basically that's new gear that I'm pretty excited about. Some other things I'll be getting from Ddrum apparently soon are some pads, so I can maybe have like a pad to my left-hand side for some 808 drops, and just some fun stuff like that. And also maybe some snare drums. One thing I, as a drummer, feel is that it's not just about having a perfect drum set, but having the perfect sound out of your drum set for what you're using, or I'm sorry, what you're doing. Meaning that, just because a snare drum works in one song doesn't mean that it's going to necessarily be the snare drum I want to use in all songs. So I like to have versatility. I like to have a selection. Right now, as it is, I own like 6 snare drums, and Ddrum just came out with a plethora of snare drums in their Vintone series, which there's some metal drums, there's some wood drums, maple drums, there's all kinds of stuff. You can go on their site and check it out. I'm really excited about actually all the snare drums that they're releasing in 2013. So there's my update for today. I'm actually going to get to practicing a little bit. I didn't get to play as much in Seattle as I would have liked because there's a lot of family visiting and just kind of, spending time with friends and family I hadn't seen in a long time. So I'm about to sit down at the kit right now after I get my snare drum and play around a little bit. Some of the things I got to work on today are actually I got to learn some songs for the cover music that we're doing in a cover band that I'm playing in St. Louis. And I'm also going to experiment with some of this new gear. Setting up the pad itself is actually going to take a lot of time for the initial setup. What else? That's pretty much it. And, I just want to thank you guys, as always, for the support, and it's really cool to be able to put out videos and know that, some people out there care and watch, and I love sharing this stuff with you guys. Subscribing to the channel is great. Sharing the video is great. All of the things that we can do to grow. All of the web presence that I or Hurt has. Some people had asked on the Hurt Facebook page who's posting up all the lyrics, and only you guys who watch this video will know that it's me. I'm pretty much the only person that's been posting on Facebook, and not that nobody else wants to, but I kind of told everybody in the band and our management that I would gladly take over it. And we're approaching the 100,000 mark. It's coming up really soon, and I'm pretty excited about that too because it's kind of a benchmark. I took over the Hurt Facebook when it had just under 30,000 likes, and now we're approaching 100,000. And that has everything to do with you guys. All I try to do is show you guys that, you guys know that I'm not an original member, and I was a fan of the band. And the lyrics that I post are lyrics that I like, and the lyrics that I can connect with. So thank you guys really for all the support, and the improvement in the online presence is just amazing. So I can't wait to see it grow even more. When it reaches the 100,000 benchmark, we've got to do something special for you guys. Maybe the next video next week might be of me playing this kit right here. We'll see. But I wanted to say I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care.